Hello, this is the walkthrough of the Quiptic from this week, from Monday, the 19th of October, week commencing 1092. Let's start with the across one. Stay with boy to include day in France. So a boy, my boy, could be your son. And then to include day in France, a day is a jour, and that gives us a sojourn, which is a stay. Then we'll have 5 across. Cheer, try before catch is reviewed. This is going to mean cheer. If you try in court, you hear a case, don't you? And catch is reviewed. It's a word for catch going the other way, and it's going to be net going the other way, and that gives us hearten. To cheer. 9 across. Next in line for gold on back of victory. Well, a victory is a success, and then gold, in this case, the French for gold is or, isn't it? So it's going to be OR for successor next in line. 10 across, Papa's in error, ignoring wife's point. Well, Papa in the phonetic alphabet is P, and then it's wrong, error, ignoring W for wife gives us a point, which is a prong. 11 across, slow to get moving, having left street map, or street map's an A to Z, left is L, and the back of city is the last letter of city. It's going to be lazy, slow to get moving. 12 across, search mountains for somewhere to practice shooting. Well, if you rifle through something, you search, and mountains are in ranges, and a rifle range would be somewhere to shoot. 14 across, way of working in ink transformed old robe. Well, your way of working is your modus operandi, or MO. Ink transformed, so way of working going in, ink transformed, anagram of ink, and it's going to then an O for old, it's going to be a kimono for a robe. And 15 across, commanding officer taking short nap after lunch is most comfortable. So CO is commanding officer, and a short nap, well, a nap is a siesta, but short nap means you just don't finish it off, and it gives us coziest for most comfortable. 16 across, trendy lawyers to sum up. Well, if something's trendy, it's in, and a lawyer can be your brief, can't you? And in brief means a summary, so that's 16 across. 18 across, quiet religious house, reportedly in poor condition. Quiet, so if you say quiet, go shush. And then a religious house, reportedly, so it's a homophone, abbey, but it's not spelled as correctly, but together gives us shabby, in poor condition. Then 20 across, fowls aplenty and fight, so it's going to be fowls aplenty, so it's an anagram of aplenty. If you fight somebody, you could say you box them, and the penalty box is maybe another name for a sin bin. 21, nudge sheep's behind with stick. So sheep's behind, the behind of sheep is the P, and a stick is a rod, and if you nudge somebody, you can prod them. 21 across there. 24, article in news strangely peters out. So an article can be a or an, in this case it's going to be a. News strangely, so an anagram of a, anagram of news with an article going in, and it's going to be wanes. Waxes and wanes. 25 across, instinctively ring home about spasmodic heartbeats. 2 and 7. Okay, so ring is 0 or O, sorry. Home is in. Normally, are you in? Are you home? About, so it's going the other way. And then spasmodic heartbeat would be, yeah, sorry, the spasmodic, it's the heart, so it's the heart of spasmodic is the M. And then a beat is a pulse, and that gives us on impulse. Bit of a tricky one there. And then 26 across, rest of soldiers give uniform in camp. Well, we're going to say for this one, soldiers is going to be Royal Engineers, RE, and then uniform is U, and then the camp, which camp are you in, which side are you in? And it's going to be, well, we'll actually have the RE and then side with U going in. It's going to give us residue for the rest. 27 across, notices doctor returning without drug is furious. So if you notice something, you would notices, sees, and doctor returning, that's DR going the other way, without going around, E for drug, sees red. That's all the across ones, let's do the down ones. So fibre for rope mats is a leaf, it's in the words, sisal, that's the fibre, that's one down. And then we've got chum regularly, so that's C and U, the regular letters, alternate. Improvise music outside, that's jazz, with me, or I in this case, gives us jacuzzi. Then we have 3 down, second hand, US, edition, ED, used. And then we have 4 down, issue over family with poorly disposed monies, not a problem for me. Again, this is going to be issue, so it's your son, over, so NONS, and then family is kin, with poorly disposed. Yeah, if you're poorly, you're off, and then disposed, an anagram of monies, no skin off my nose. Tales of woe when fortunes, so you look, and then that's dividing solid. Tories, it's going to be hard look stories. No, 6 down, normally a second inspection secures uranium. Our second, an inspection could be a perusal, but then we put in another U for uranium, and it's going to be as per usual. 6 down, a 7 down, thrashed lightweights after first of 2 rounds. The first of 2 and rounds is T and R, and then the lightweight is an ounce. And if you thrash someone, you trounce them. 8 down, choose to adopt girl after partner's lack of care. Well, if you choose something, you might elect to do something, and then you adopt G for girl, and then after partners, it's going to be N as in partner in bridge. So that's going to be neglect. 13 down, met friends having liaised to come out after football's first half. Well, football is soccer. First half of soccer's SOC, and then an anagram of liaised means socialised. 16 down, at home, you're in. Might, or another word for might, is power. And if you're running things, you are in power. Dodgy W there. 17 down, crazy colourful scarves, daughters chucked out. So that's going to be bandanas without the D for daughters, which is going to give you bananas. For crazy, he's bananas. 19 down, criminal in trouble, run in. So if you trouble someone, you might bug them. Run, R, going in. By US city is LA, and Republicans leader is R, burglar. For a criminal. And then 22 down, fear old man's about to be imprisoned. Well, that's going to be dad is your old man. And about, regarding, dread is fear, which just leaves us with some of Veronise's, 23 down, some of Veronise's paintings mounted. Mounted means it's going another way, and some of it's in the words, it's going to be apps for part of a church. There we go. So hope you enjoyed that, and see you again.